All right, everyone, we are back with Back to the Roots, pre-modern as Martin Berlin intended. And today was a very sweet deck list. I'm still having a lot of play today, and it's called Mono Red Goblins. So, as you might know, there is a player called like Max the Ripper HS, which is making constantly 5-0s with Mono Red Goblins. It's a bit different from this. Still really interesting where the deck comes from. So I think this was probably more of the easier decks to build in the first place, because Goblin was a well-known deck back then, an extended, I guess. What's maybe interesting here is the combination of 19 mountains together with 4 Rishadan Port and 2 Wastelands. I really like this decision. Like, playing 8 of the colorless lands was a situation leading to many game losses with my Goblins deck, so I preferred a combination of 6 prison lands here, and Rishadan Port is probably slightly a bit better because you can build up your mana while interacting with your opponents very well, even with the basics. In the first row of 1-drops here, we got 3 of Lightning Bolt, which is, I think, an interesting addition. Like giving you reach against your opponent and even answering annoying creatures. And a 2 of Skirk Prospector. I'm absolutely not a fan of this card, and I start almost every Goblin deck with 1 off, and then it's the first card I cut because it's so disappointing. But here it might have some play, as we are having the ability to ramp out Sharpshooters earlier, where we got a 2 off. And the biggest difference you see in the 3 mana slots here, we don't have any interaction or any access to Goblin Metron, and this is to make plays for Lightning Bolts and Clickslither, which is a 3/3 haste creature with the ability to sacrifice goblins for additional +2/+2 and trample. Everything is rounded up with a 4 of Siege King Commander, so very well known, and the deck today looks pretty similar, but a bit more streamlined. The sideboard has access to 4 Pyroblast and 3 Pyrokinesis, and then we got into a territory where a lot is different, like 2 of Shattering Pulse, which is a sweet card against Mishra's Factories, and Snagging Bridges, Dreadnoughts, you name it. And the cool stuff is that we got a package of a 2 of Sulfuric Vortex, 2 Flaring Pain, and 2 Price of Progress. So I could really see us getting in some damage, and then while our opponent does everything to control our board, we just slam a Sulfuric Vortex and win from there. So let's go directly into the matches. All right, everyone, we are on the draw with a very decent hand. Would be a blast on the play for sure. We hope to not get punished for mismatching mountains here, and yeah, let's do some Goblin stuff here. Oh, this is, I think, the red-green style of control deck, which is best suited to beat Goblins due to the fact of Pyroclasms and Earthquakes. I think 3 or 4 Earthquakes. Let's take a look. Very sweet deck list in general. So what's the best thing we can do? We could face Lightning Bolts here, so let's play the Rishadan Port, attack. If he attempts to activate the factory, we might interact with it. He's not doing it. He should have done it. Okay, we got... I guess I will slam a Siege Gang Commander. We have to get rid of the Pyroclasms and Earthquakes anyway, so his deck runs 3 Earthquake, 4 Pyroclasm, 1 more Earthquake in the sideboard, 2 Burning Wish. Let's try to be really aggressive here, otherwise we can rebuild later with Goblin Piledriver, but I guess he has a red mana source here, and we will see the first Pyroclasm. Yes. Yeah, this deck is especially the deck, the anti Goblin deck. And Elves should even be a fine matchup. And I love it that Pre-Modern still has the room and the ability to explore decks like this. Like, the deck list is so spicy, I will read it to you. Like 4 Blastodam, 3 Ravenous Barload, 3 Earthquake, 4 Lightning Bolt, 2 Burning Wish, 4 Naturalize, 4 Pyroclasm, 4 Call of the Herd, 4 Sylvan Library. So, second Earthquake. We do not have the luxury of playing around it too much, so we need to stay aggressive here and hope for our Goblin's ability to outgrind the game. So let's get the Siege Gang Commander down. I think I attack with everything but the Siege Gang. Yes. So he will block the Warchief and the Ringleader and the Piledriver. Don't forget that the Earthquake is making damage for players too. So at some point it will be harder for him. I think he activated probably the wrong one, which is a common problem on Magic Online. So he needs the next board wipe now, otherwise we can just double shock next turn. Or even something like a lightning bolt would be decent here. Don't forget that we got access to 3 lightning bolts too. So we got some reach. Even a Clickslither would be nice here. Okay, a Ringleader. Count me in. Play it like this. So we have the ability to port. Okay, 0 hits. This is unfair. Probably it's good enough. Like we attack here. So he can activate it anyway. The thing is, if we port here, he can tap it to activate this. Okay, he maybe misclicked. And then he would need to block there. Sulfuric Vortex could be decent, especially if we see him with Ravenous Barloads and stuff like that. I'm unsure on how to proceed. I can probably cut one of these creatures. Maybe I want something like... Do I want to have the Shattering Spree just for... the Shattering Pulse just for... cards like... Mishra's Factory? I don't think so. So what else can we do? Pyrokinesis. Pyrokinesis should be fine. And I think I will drop 1 Sharpshooter for another Pyrokinesis and a Shattering Pulse. I guess that we can somehow win with the burn plan. And for the first time we got a huge advantage in our opponent not knowing exactly what we play. So the Sulfuric Vortex together with the burn plan could work. I do think I start Wastelanding here. We have 2 more mana to drop. Okay. He skipped my whole turn, so I don't know what's going on there. Probably both click too fast. Otherwise, I would have a Goblin Lackey attacking right now. I don't know. Let's skip 2 turns. So I attack here, get in, Siege Gang Commander. If my opponent has a board wipe, I can ping for 2, playing Sulfuric Vortex, leading to a situation where we might win through burn. Yeah, it was awkward that we even had to discard the Lightning Bolt. Okay, first Pyroclasm. No, Sylvan Library. Okay. So here I want to throw 1 Goblin for 2. We are a burn deck now. So the question is there even a need to drop more into the Goblin Lackey? And I think the answer is no. Probability is so high that he will just find a board wipe here. He's at 10 life, at 7 with a Lightning Bolt, so it was not correct to drop this, but don't forget that we got Hasty Goblins, so we can even play Warchief plus Piledriver if we get Mana Source number 4. So yeah, I see the case for playing Sulfuric Vortex. Especially in these games where your opponent can answer all of your spells. It's just important to drop a Vortex. And especially with the Goblins deck, they bought out all enchantment removal. An Earthquake would be a disaster for my opponent. But it's necessary anyway. Ah, okay, he kept it. This is really odd. So I want to have a mana source now. Maybe I will just attack like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is the mana source, so let's make just lethal. Alright. This was a quick one. Alright, everyone, we are back with not a great hand, but it has some interaction. So I'm a bit tempted to keep it, which might be completely wrong. Let's see what our opponent played last time. Gruel Land Destruction a bunch of times. This will be a disaster. I will keep it, I guess. This will be so tough. If it's Land Destruction, I try to keep this, but like the Land Destruction matchup will be a disaster because we have 0 outs to O's of Druids. The good thing is that the Mogg Fanatic can sack to itself. So our plan is to win with Price of Progress and Sulfuric Vortex. So we might get a shot here. We can't handle any Terra War, so... So I spent a minute in his decklist and it looks very spicy. 4 Call of the Herd, a Reckless Charge, great card. 1 Sphere of Resistance, 1 Zuran Orb, and only 1 Sylvan Library. This is feeling odd. Let's ship back the turn. Let's go porting the green mana source. Yeah, the elephants will make it especially tough to win. And a Terror, okay. I mean, it's not even the strongest draw my opponent is having. It's just... I don't know. This will be... Okay, this is too much mountain. Let's concede here. No way out. I don't want to give more information away. Sulfuric Vortex for sure. Price of Progress can win on the spot. Not too sure about Clickslither. So the problem is that we can't handle Oath of Druids. So I guess we need to somehow play a slow-paced game. And then we need to burn our opponent. Okay, I need this for my strike with Goblin Warchief. Probably don't need this. Yeah, let's try it like this. Sulfuric Vortex has to go a long way. And even then he can just be faster than us. So really, really odd constellation here. Goblin Lackey into Fanatic and then nothing. This won't work. This is better. So let's probably ship a Wasteland here, then go very explosive in the first few turns and try to finish stuff with the Sulfuric Vortex. Price of Progress is sweet. Let's attack first. So the question is, if he has Pyroclasm immediately at the follow-up, I try to get as much damage in as possible. We can rebuild after Pyroclasm. He's at virtually 18 with the Wooded Foothills, giving us a possibility to lead up with Sulfuric Vortex. So we go for Lackey here, and we will port green. We need a red mana source soon, otherwise. Okay, Wasteland on the port, I guess. Okay, let's crash in with the Lackey. And I think I will drop a Siege Gang Commander, because it has the ability to bring in 2 more damage. Okay, the Oath. Not the end of the world. But the problem is that he's not dropping anything more into Price of Progress. So I will attack with everything here and even drop another Warchief, as we are not in the situation of just wait. I hope the first one is not too big to kill me immediately. And it's not allowed that he has a follow-up Pyroclasm, which he has. This was a stacked one. Okay, we still got the ability to win. Let's see what our Oath will flip. It's a bit dangerous to flip here, but it's necessary for sure. Okay. I mean, it's a 7/7 Terravor, but Sulfuric Vortex is a problem now. Because he can just kill us faster than we. Another Terravor. Oh boy. Okay, we take one hit here. Because we can flip. Let's play Price of Progress. And we need something like, I don't know. I think we just lost. Yeah, we are lacking some mana for this. But they didn't get bigger, the Terravors. He has another flip with the O's. We got a shot here. It's not great, but he needs to flip immediately into a Terravor. Yeah, this is over. On the draw again with a super bad hand. Like our worst one drop in the deck. Together with our most expensive cards and just 2 mana sources. This is a necessary keep here. I will ship the Piledriver. So we could run into a Daze. Which would mean, on the other hand, that my opponent is not having a turn 2 Dreadnought, but he could have foil or even follow up with a Stifle Mount next turn to have a blocker. So maybe I was too fast with binning the Piledriver. Okay, I'm a bit unsure on what my opponent is playing. I think it's Stifle now. It like play a Lackey, play a Fanatic. Yeah, Powder Keg is strong, but it would be way worse if he had a Stifle out there. So I take it here. Okay, here it is. I think there will be a future where we are not bothered by Dreadnoughts anymore. And I'm ready for that future. You can say what you want, but there are 3 cards not healthy for the format right now. Let's attempt to play Lackey here. I'm not a huge fan of banning cards, but it's necessary for some to make the gameplay more diverse. I think it's just a problem on Magic Online, probably. But he might have a Stifle here for the Lackey. Okay, put into play the Siege King Commander. So we can have one more turn cycle. What's happening now? I mean, I play Dreadnought a lot on my own, just to fill up the ticks to play janky leagues again, but it's like the blue mana suit is just too strong on that, I guess. Okay. We might have a shot here. Okay, we need to block 5 damage. And I think we try it like this. So we go to 1. Yeah, this is a funny use of Vision Charm. Like he's changing the color of mana here. So what will my attack be? Mountains are islands. So again, I have to block 5 next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He goes to 11. And then I can shoot 6 more. This won't be enough. I am unsure if we can manage to stay alive, but we can concede here, I guess. Okay, he's even trying to go to find a stifle. You can port in this situation, but we are dead anyway. I mean, we need 12 power to block. We can concede here. I thought 5 would be enough again, but this is not true. So let's bring in Shattering Pulse. Playset Pyroblast. Sulfuric Vortex is too slow. Mogg Fanatic is awkward. I might need Skirk Prospector to stay explosive, but I don't need them. I guess this is it. Like maybe the Prospector is better than getting my Clickslither dazed turn 4. But the Clickslither could... Yeah, let's keep it. He might have Pyroblast or Chain of Vapor again, but I'm not sure if it's getting better than that. Yeah, I predict 3 cards which will be banned soon in the future. And this will be probably Dreadnought, as I guess Martin Burden is not banning Enablers, banning the most problematic card. And the second one will be Gear's Cradle. And the third one will be Sarah's Sanctum, as all of them are leading to gameplay, to unpredictable gameplay, and yeah. All decks, I mean, Dreadnought won't survive without Dreadnought for sure, but Enchantress will be absolutely fine without Sarah's Sanctum. And so will be Elves. Like, it's losing a lot of power, but So this is on my watch list, I guess. There are gameplay patterns and turns. You even saw it on my channel where this is leading to really, really unhealthy behavior in the format. And this is why I can see. So part of the problem of the Stifle Note deck is the enablement with Gush and Foil and Daze and Thwart. Like, you know, I'm not a fan of banning any cards anyway. So I was not happy with the banning about land tags and Parallax Tide. Even if I did not enjoy any games if I played Tide or my opponent. But it's hard to justify. So am I willing to run Ringleader into Daze? I guess this would lead. So if I had one more mana, I would prefer the Rishadan Port play. Okay, our Ringleaders are very, very bad this league. Like missing one completely. Hope it's enough to provide 4 power to the board. I need one more mana resource. Red one. Even a colorless would be fine. So I got the port action going. I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time talking about bannings in general and unbannings because they are kind of unpredictable. The problem with Magic Online is that due to the fact that there are so many matches played, they are good at showcasing a problem earlier. I guess Mogg Fanatic Bolt is a play here. And then activating Rishadan Port again. Next turn we can add 4 more power to the board with Goblin Warchief. If my opponent is not having a Stifle Note, and for example a Vision Note. Another problem is if you start with banning of cards anyway, it can lead to bad directions. Like Goblins is a super strong deck, as everyone knows. Okay, another mountain. So I would be in for, I guess, Warchief first. He might have a foil, which would be fine. I have the feeling he can't attack. Maybe Siege Gang would have been better, but I was a bit scared of a Daze. So port here. He's kind of forced to attack, I guess. So many people don't know it, but you can even put a Essence Flare on your own Dreadnought. This is strong. We are folding into a Red Blast, but let's go for it. Otherwise, this will be great. He can even stifle the trigger, I don't care. The problem if he stifles this trigger. Okay. I somehow want the Skirk Prospector around, I don't know why. If we attack here and he has a stifle, we just lose. But it is what it is. Yeah, he's having everything. And here you see why the deck is not okay to be around. He goes to 4 and we lose. Alright everyone, welcome back. Again on the draw with a super mediocre hand. But as it got Lackey and some more interaction, I try it. It's so funny, like every time I play against goblins, it's like, yeah, turn 1 Lackey with the answer for your creature, and then that, and then that. And if you play goblins on your own, it's like, turn 1 Goblin Lackey. Okay, I got the answer. Goblin Ringleader. 0 hits. It's so funny how different it is. I know this is not statistics and probably a lot of salt involved, but okay, at this point I will look up what my opponent plays or played next last time. It's maybe 40% accurate. He didn't had a decklist there, so seems to be some kind of bunt deck. I guess I will drop the Ringleader and then let's see what it hits. Gempalm Incinerator is probably good. Let's go to the second main phase. Drop a Goblin Lackey. Drop a Mogg Fanatic. Hope to not run into anything like Mogg's Diamond Wrath of God. Or Mogg's Diamond Cataclysm. It can easily happen, but yeah, in this case I would prefer... Okay, sweet. So here we got a bit of spice factor, which is nice. Okay, the Warchief would have been better for sure. I ask myself if we can go Skirk Prospector. Maybe it's too aggressive, but like my plan is now to play this. I need to sacrifice a goblin. I want to see it like this. I mean, it might be way too aggressive. How much damage could we get in if everything works out? Like, we need to sacrifice this 3. Then we got 5 goblins around. And we could manage to make lethal. If he has a Swords to Plowshares, this won't work out. I don't know. Maybe I just attack here. And then I put in a Piledriver. And nothing more. So I could like cycle the Gempalm empty, or even if I draw a Force Mana Source, add enough power to the board again. Like 2, 3, maybe even this was wrong, I'm not sure. But it's cool to fight a spicy deck once. It's like if you play Magic Online, you will face a lot of good decks, especially Dreadnought, Enchantress. So Mox into board wipe, I guess. Exploration, okay. I still think it's worth it to cycle the Gempalm here. Target the Mock Fanatic, and then while this resolves, just say no. Okay, this is changing the mass, I guess. Playing the Warchief. Playing a Piledriver. So even if he has a sword now for the Goblin Warchief, okay. So we probably will face a lot of burn, a lot of board wipes. Price of Progress. I think we are again on the burn plan. Not too sure how good the Pyroblast will be. And I want to stay aggressive here. Cut back a bit on these cards. Flaring Pain as a way to interact with a card like Circle of Protection. So I don't want to see Angels, please. But this is the reason why I kept the Incinerator in. Great cards, not so great lands together with the cards. This is a keep. Mostly due to the fact of Rishadan Ports. Don't forget, we got a burn plan now. Even if our first goblins got handled, we will probably be fine in porting for a bunch of turns until we get into our 2-for-1s or 3-for-1s. This is so awkward, I guess. Maybe here's exploration, but otherwise it's like a big setback. But I don't want to be too harsh. I really appreciate playing against some more spicy decks. Let's drop this. Ship back the turn. So I'm not even sure if I will lead on Ringleader, but I guess to have some kind of clock. I hope that I don't spoiler too much of the cards. Okay, here I want to get rid of this colorful mana source for once. Otherwise, I would have slammed the Ringleader, I guess. One more turn. So I hope he just is forced to discard then. Okay, Sulfuric Vortex is here. And this is the reason I want to slam it. I don't think we will see something like Sea of Cleansing. And this is like just the I win button. So next turn we can play Ringleader and attack. Still with the ability to activate Rishadan Port. So let's go for the Ringleader first. It's funny that we got exactly one more life than him due to the Swords to Plowshares. Because the second Swords won't give us any life anymore with the Sulfuric Vortex. Okay. Let's play Rishadan Port and do the same one. And now we got a clock of 4 damage a turn, which is a lot. Okay, sword is fine. There is no need to commit more to the board, I guess. I could see me playing... I mean, it would change the outcome of the game if I drop the Siege Gang Commander here. There's no way that he can play Wrath of God next turn, so I will port one more turn, even if he has an answer to the Siege Gang. This is a clock of 5 a turn. Okay. All right, everyone. Back a last time for this league. Again on the draw. This is a decent hand which can interact with a variety of decks. If it's not, stifle out something like this. But let's try. I think the most or the biggest problem with the mono-red goblins decks are that they can't handle Oath of Druids, and they can't even handle stuff well like Engineered Plague. Sure, you can play Goblin Kings, but I guess I will play the Skirk Prospector here to not run this into a sword. Like the Mogg Fanatic could have some play against his deck. Okay, this seems to be probably that guy Ale. And this would be a deck where I would feel comfortable wastelanding right now. Okay, here's a sword. Okay, no sword. He was thinking again about this. So if you have sword in the spot, I don't think you want to play it. Okay, let's go to the end of combat. I try my best with a Wasteland here. And then I will follow up with a Mock Fanatic. So this is giving me the opportunity to interact with Exalted Angel as a morph creature. Own Wasteland. Lightning Bolt is sweet. I still think we see some amount of Swords to Plowshares soon, so I won't ramp out my Goblin Warchief here, but I will show him a Goblin Piledriver. So I really see the reason with the Lightning Bolt being good. So you got some reach. Okay, this is an Arcwood Constellation of mana for my opponent. Rishadan Port would open us up for Wasteland. So I'm not in the mood now. If we see another sword here for the Goblin Warchief, it's fine. Like, we need to handle 1 or 2 Exalted Angel, and then we should be fine. Duress? Dark Ritual, okay. Duress. Arena is nothing you want to have here. Okay, a port. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's worth it, right? So let's play this just as a hasty creature. Wasteland is fine. I don't want to have it in hand anyway against Gerard's Verdict. Okay, 6 life to work with. Arena ticking down. Kind of forced to play. It's fine. Let's probably go here for the Sharpshooter. Attack. It's going to 2. And we got lethal. With a Mock Fanatic and the Phyrexian Arena? Yes. Okay. This will be problematic as we will face stuff like Engineered Plague. So no out for this. Which means for us, we will trim back on our 1-drop, 1 toughness creatures. I just realized that we got too much cards to cut. Pyrokinesis would be okay. And then I want to cut probably a Goblin Sharpshooter. The Incinerator probably won't work. This is fine at doing a distraction like leading on Warchief, having the ability to port a bit. Yeah, it's funny without Goblin Metron. I just hope to see the Clickslither working. Dark Ritual into Engineered Plague, maybe? Into Hippie. This is great. So if he... I want a Lightning Bolt, please. Or Pyrokinesis would even be fine. This is just a mountain, so let's lead with a Lackey. If he has no answer to the Lackey, which I doubt, he's forced to stay back to block. Is the Clickslither Dream alive? Okay, no attack here. I guess it's fine to repeat the turn cycle. So play Rishadan Port, ship the turn back. Giving him one more turn to find something, but okay. So here I want to target the colorful mana source for sure. I guess he's having something like Engineered Plague. But as long as the Hippie is still on the back, I will be okay. Piledriver is not bad. It will stay around after Engineered Plague. Together with Goblin Warchief and Goblin Ringleader, we can ship in some damage. Circle of Protection Red, okay. Here's a Lightning Bolt, which is very good. Like, bolt here. Attack with bows. So he will bind most of his mana to the circle now. So what's more important? I guess to bring in Ringleader and find something to replay. Okay, 0 hits again. Like, okay, GG. So. Alright everyone, we are back after 5 very grindy rounds. We managed to make a 3-2 and we got a sweet treasure chest. I opened it and besides 45 play points, I got another Siege Gang Commander. So this is maybe a sign that we are on the right track. All in all, I really liked the mana base and I really liked the approach to being a burn deck to some degree. I hope to see some more play of the Sulfuric Vortex and the Price of Progress especially, but I'm really satisfied with the deck and I think it's a bit sad that we didn't see the Clickslither on board, but yeah, for sure it's tough to give up your Goblin Metron, so there should be some back, but a very, very sweet deck in general. So I think it's still playing well, and you see on the results on Magic Online that Goblins in Mono Red will do a lot of 5-0s. It's super aggressive and don't have too much play against Oath of Druids or Engineered Plague, but it was fun. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I see you in the next one.